Namaste. Thank you for joining for the expression of steps 7, 8, and 9. Together, through our work of recovery, we've come to realize what it is that we are so more than willing to let go of. And then we, with an openness, create an opportunity with higher power to clear away the wreckage of our past through amends. And then through those amends, we consider causing no further harm and actually making them. So it's creating a list, keeping the people that we caused harm to on that list with a willingness and an openness, and then creating the amends, usually via face-to-face. So how do we embody that in the spirit of yoga, the yoga of recovery, the embodiment of that? And so to ground and center, I'd like to share a prayer that has been given to me by a dear sponsor, and it's called the Set-Aside Prayer. And if we close our eyes, focus on the center, if you would imagine a center of light between the eyebrows, the intuitive knowing. And as we do this, listening to the words, we're going to push through our feet and the willingness to make conscious contact with the earth, pushing down and allowing this wonderful uplifting of the energy through the spine, out through the top of the head, and feeling a very wonderful ease as we're perched in our chairs, allowing this beautiful framework, this lattice called a skeleton, to support the body. And we keep our hands close to the heart as we listen to these words and come into the breath. Let the shoulders drop with the exhalation. Let there be an ease, but yet an effort. We relax and take it easy. And with the inhalation, we fill with the spirit of this moment, the spirit of our recovery. With the exhalation, we let go of anything that blocks us from the sunlight of the spirit. And we breathe in a way that is filled with ease. We don't push, we ease into it. And as we're breathing, sharing the spirit of this prayer with you, higher power, please help me to set aside everything I know and everything I think I know about you, about this work of recovery, about these experiences, that I may have an open mind, an open heart, and a new experience, and the willingness to have a new experience of you in my life today. Please help me to let go and let you be in the center of my mind, body, and spirit. Thy will and mine be one. And we'll take some breaths, in a few breaths, just sitting here for a moment before we elevate our arms with the willingness to let go of the burden, anything that is holding, anything that we feel is inferior, anything that we feel is a liability. We are now making conscious contact, and we're in the sunlight of the spirit. So we are going to be in this energy of how a higher power, a loving higher power would have us be. And taking a breath in, and we let go to let spirit. And we rise up and we gather up the energy for this practice together We look up and we make an effort to consciously connect. And we surrender with a little back bend, something that doesn't come easy as we let the heart chakra stretch out and be open to this experience. And the hands come together, and may we gather tolerance for self and others. And we're going to bring that to our hearts. Touch in with the heart. Feel perhaps the heart beating, letting go again, and rising up to receive. I am willing to accept myself, people, places, and things exactly as I and they are. Little back bend, feeling the heart open as the shoulders come apart, the arms are wide, very wide, and feel that energy. Come back to neutral, the hands come together, and exhaling and letting go. Touching in again with the heart, ready and open to receive, letting go, letting higher power. I accept being teachable. I am teachable. And then coming back, let the arms come wide, let the heart open up as we look up and our spirits are lifted. Hands come together, and on the exhalation, the arms come down, thumbs touch in. And now we're going to do a few breaths where each of us will think of something silently, or you can speak it out. So 3 breaths, whatever it is that has shown up for you as a liability, let's turn it into how a higher power would have us be. And then putting it in present tense, I am that. And it becomes a mantra, something that we repeat, and the energy of it will move us towards whatever it is that we are aspiring to be with a power greater than self. So taking a breath in, letting go to let in and receive. And whatever it is, you fill in the blank. I am. Extending back, open wide, take in whatever it is. I am willing to receive that. Bring the hands together, stretching, willing to go to any lengths, stretching up, exhaling down, and bringing that to the heart. And we'll do that twice more with whatever it is you fill in the blank, whatever it is that you're willing to surrender and work toward. Breathing in and letting go and letting higher power for this new experience. We rise up. I am willing. Extending back, we fill in the blank. Arms come wide. Bring that energy in with the breath. Hands come together and we exhale down and we touch in. And one more thing that you're willing to have transformed. We let go. We let spirit rise up. I am willing. Hands open wide to receive the grace. Extending back. Willing to go to any lengths as we stretch the body. Looking up for guidance. Coming down with the exhalation. And sitting for a few breaths, leaning into this experience, feeling the sensations, feet firmly rooted on the earth, a body that is very receptive to the energy of spirit through the breath. So pushing through the pelvic area, letting our bodies be upright and receptive. Shoulders are relaxed. Chest open wide. Pushing up through the crown, and with a very beautiful sense of humility, we allow the chin to come toward the chest. And taking a few breaths here, feeling perhaps a multitude of sensations. Feeling perhaps the heart beating, the energy moving through the body. And thinking for a moment, the people who were people, places, and things involved in whatever it is that we're willing to let go of and clear away the wreckage of the past, bringing them to the space between our eyebrows, seeing them, perhaps they're in a circle, and seeing ourselves as a light, the light of the spirit within us, and noticing the light within them. And as we breathe, all of the people in the circle, there's a beautiful ring of light that comes from the area between their eyebrows, the third eye, the eye of intuition. And we're all filled with the beaming of this light, the light within. And we see a second light, and that light comes from our hearts. And it's a beautiful, we're basking in the sunlight of the spirit. The hands will leave closed prayer position, and we're going to cross them, and we're going to hold on to the front of our shoulders as we do some very wonderful, accepting, loving movements with the breath. Starting, the forgiveness starts with self. Breathing in, let the elbows come up and let the torso come forward as the elbows are pulling the body forward. So we let go of control in this process of forgiving. We just show up willing, and the energy takes us and opens up all sides of our heart chakra, the sides, the front, the body, in the back. And then we exhale and we bring the arms, the elbows close to the body, and we do a little hunch over where we expose the back of the heart. The chin comes down towards the chest. We breathe in and we let the back arch or come into more of a concave. That's a nicer description of it. The elbows come up and we feel the sides of the body stretching, and we're willing to step to come forward. Exhale, and then the body becomes hunched or rounded, the back body. As we push through our feet, we're pushing the body back in this beautiful embrace of self. It all begins with accepting self and forgiving self. And we let in with the breath as we come forward again, and we're being pulled by our elbows. We're reaching out and stretching the back body. And then exhaling, letting go of anything that stands in the way of self-love aligned with spirit. the back round, and we bring, in a humble way, we bring our chins down towards the chest. And we're going to create this beautiful moment of sensation through this movement forward and back, where we are willing to forgive self and others, those in your circle, exhaling out and emptying out all that has happened, with the willingness to show up with the attributes that we called into our hearts in the beginning, and breathing in and coming out and stretching. So as we do this movement, are we willing to stretch just a little more, always respecting the limitations of the physical and trusting? Exhaling back. Letting in, I am willing. Exhaling, letting go, pushing back to forgive self, to forgive others, to make peace. Breathing in, I am willing. I am willing to show up as you would have me. Exhaling back with compassion for self and others, and forgiveness for self and others. And breathing in one more time. Exhaling back. Let the elbows come down and give a hug as we twist in one direction and then the other. May I be willing to see a new perspective as I now do the work of thy will. Thy will and mine be one. Following the guidance of how I will show up in this moment, how I will be open and trusting of this journey of recovery. And twisting just a little more each time while respecting whatever physical limitations, coming back to neutral, giving a squeeze of gratitude and love for self for being on this journey and the willingness to align with a power greater than self. And now the ultimate, coming back in and then doing a circle which represents a 360-degree view or perspective, and using the mantra, I am open to be. I am open to be, to see what you would have me see, to be what you would have me be, to do what you would have me do. I am open to be. Come to the center, take a breath in or out, and go the other way. I am willing. I am willing to change direction. I am willing to see something in a different way. Through acceptance and trust, I am open to be. I am trusting of your power, your love, and your way of life. I am trusting. I am open. I am forgiving self and others. Let these be our affirmations. We come back and we give a hug of gratitude. And the last part will be expressing love and opening up to gratitude for self. Giving a squeeze, breathe in, Exhale, squeeze, then relax. Take a breath in, squeeze, showing love for self. Exhale and relax. And one more time. Breathing in, squeeze, 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 holding yourself with the greatest love and care. Exhaling back, letting the hands sweep in a crossed way across the body, finding their opposite sides, and we stretch out. So we're growing with each experience in recovery, lengthening, willing to go to any length. Turn the palms up, we turn towards you for love and guidance, connection. Hands come together. We take that intention to the heart. We are thankful for this practice. Letting go to let in. We are open to thee. Reaching out, pushing out, willing to do the legwork with effort, yet ease. Palms come up and we reach up and we gather. We gather all the grace of our programs, of our experience. Hands come together and then we pull all that energy down and tuck it into the heart. And one more time, letting go and open, I am open to thee. Reaching out, ha. Lifting the palms up. Reaching up, extending back, exposing the heart. We're vulnerable and trusting. Let the hands come down as we steady ourselves in neutrality. And we'll take 3 breaths here as we began. Higher power, please help me to set aside everything I know and everything I think I know about you, about myself, about this work of recovery, that I may have an open mind, an open heart, and a new experience of you in my life today. Namaste, sweet spirits, as we travel this road together, this road of recovery. I see the light in you, and when I see the light in you, I am reminded of the light in me, the light of spirit. Thank you.